This is the Vivo X300 and this is the Vivo X300 Pro. And if you're planning to pick up a premium flagship this year, these two are definitely phones worth paying attention to. The X300 series officially launches on December 2, but we got an early access to both models to have a closer look at what Vivo is doing this year. The X series has built its reputation around photography for a long time, and the X200 Pro set a pretty high bar. So naturally, it's interesting to see how Vivo evolves that formula with the X300 lineup. But before we get into everything, feel free to hit the subscribe button so you are aware of everything that we are doing here. Now at first glance, both phones look very familiar. You get that big camera module on the back and a premium finish that fits right in with Vivo's flagship design language. But when you look closer, there are a few changes that make X300 series feel more modern. The front and back panels are noticeably flatter this time, which gives the phone a cleaner look, and that slim profile helps a lot with the in-hand feel. The bigger difference between the two is size. The X300 Pro is roughly the size you would expect from most large flagships today. But Vivo has shaped it in a way that still makes it comfortable to handle. The regular X300 though is noticeably smaller and is a good option for anyone who prefers compact phones. It reminds of the X200 FE but with a much bigger camera module. When you compare both phones, you can clearly see that the X300 refines the compact form. Slightly thinner, nearly the same footprint, but with a more premium finish and more advanced edge treatment. The X200 FE feels modest and balanced, while the X300 shifts into a more premium design tier with flatter surfaces, finer glasses, and metallic accents. One new feature on the X300 Pro is the multi-function button along the side. It works like the action button on the iPhone. You can set it to trigger specific shortcuts and it adds a nice layer of convenience, especially for quick tasks. Both phones feel almost identical when you hold them. The frame is metal, the build is solid, and the moment you pick them up, you get that premium flagship impression. The grip is clean too, with smooth edges that don't dig into your hand. On the back, Vivo is using 3D curved glass on both models, and it blends right into the camera housing. We have the Phantom Black versions here, which use a matte frosted finish that looks refined and also hides fingerprints well. The camera housing is where the X300 Pro stands out. It's thicker than the one on the regular X300 because the Pro model has more complex optical elements inside. The design also has a ribbed metal ring around the module, which doesn't change functionality but does add a distinct look. Now let's look at why people look at Vivo's X series in the first place. The cameras. The X300 series continues to lean hard into imaging, keeping its long-running partnership with ZEISS at the center. Starting with the more premium X300 Pro, the camera hardware here is stacked. You get a 200 megapixel APO telephoto lens with OIS, a 50 megapixel ultra wide, and a 50 megapixel main camera that uses gimbal grade stabilization. Check out these camera samples and let us know what you think about this in the comment section. The X300 Pro can also shoot up to 8K at 30 frames per second with very stable footage, even handheld. We shot a couple of videos at 4K 60 and the colors and stabilization were spot on. The regular X300 takes a slightly different approach. It has a 200 megapixel main sensor with OIS, a 50 megapixel ultra wide, and a 50 megapixel telephoto. Even though the hardware is simpler than the Pro model, but I get a feeling that you will like the camera samples that we took. Video for the Vivo X300 tops out at 4K 120 with reliable stabilization. We'll save the full camera verdict for the full review once we have tested both phones across more conditions. For now, let's quickly talk about the hardware and software. The Vivo X300 series gets a special variant of the Dimensity 9500 with a new imaging NPU specially defined by Vivo. As a result, you get some insane performance boost across the board. We are taking a 33% boost in GPU performance, 32% higher single-core CPU performance, and a massive 111% jump in NPU performance. It's built on a 3rd nm processor, so naturally efficiency is top tier, but the real magic happens in imaging. Both the X300 and the X300 Pro get the V3 Plus imaging chip which just makes your photos and videos super magical. But the X300 Pro uses Vivo's Pro imaging chip VS1 along with the V3 Plus chip. Think of it like a special magic sauce which makes your images just ever so special. Now, on the software side of things, FunTouch OS is out of the window and we get Origin OS 6. It brings a more fluid and much faster UI with translucent panels, layered shadows and smoother animations. You also get new engines for performance, responsive visuals and tons of lock screen customization. So there's a lot left to test across both devices: benchmarks, gaming, performance, thermals and battery drain. So the deeper analysis is coming soon. Let me know in the comments which phone you want, the X300 or the X300 Pro, to go up against in a full comparison. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.